Yesterday afternoon I got back from PPC Coatings, where I picked up the wheels after they've been powder coated. I damn near couldn't hardly sleep. I was just keen to get them out of the car and sort of check them out in the light. It's a bit it's not the best weather here today anyway, unfortunately, but I'm super stoked with how these wheels came out. It's exactly the look I'm going for with this car, so check them out. Even in this low lighting as it is, you can just see it, they come alive, which is what I wanted, because you never get perfect lighting conditions and things like that, so I didn't want them to be that they'd be too dark all the time, but at the same time, I suppose to give that full effect of the candy and things like that, I suppose they've got a lot of flip to them where they can be really dark in dark conditions and then really sort of pop in light conditions and things like that. So shout out to the boys at PPC Coatings. They do all of our powder coating for the shop, all of our lock kits and you know, front and rear cradles and wheels and everything like that. They do all that, and just over and over, they just seem to do a really good job. So shout out to them. It's not a paid sponsorship or anything like that. It's just you know, good dudes doing a good job. So super happy with the turnout on the wheels, and I hope you like them too. For now, I'm just going to put some old tyres I got sitting in here in the shop that I've had sort of laying around. I'm not going to put new rubber on it just yet. It's because it's going to go sit on the car. I don't want to have it so that you know, I'm scratching up or messing up brand new rubber. So I've got some old tyres in the rack that I'm just going to clean up and dust off and throw them on it. Oops. Let's go and walk about. Sorry. I've also got another scrappy pair sitting here that I'm borrowing from the Zohan, a friend of mine. So we'll just clean these. Just give them a wipe down and we'll get them mounted up. I'm pretty keen to get them mounted up today, so we'll get those tyres chucked on. Yeah, so they're all a 123S Achilles tyre. Still can't work this gimbal. But we have here, the two up the front are a 18 by 9 inch for the front runners in a plus 18, and then the rears are an 18 by 10, I think, in a plus 20 from memory. So the tyres that we have are a what have we got here? So they're just a 235 40 18 for the front, and then a 265 35 for the rear. I certainly won't run a 265 on the rear in normal driving or normal drift events and things like that. I mean, down the track, you know, stepping up into comp, who knows, but for now it's still a good size, so that when we set that rear end of the car up, we know that the sizing's going to work for what we need, and ride height and things like that. So it's a good size to sort of fit up, so I'm happy I had them sitting there to run them with. And I mean, in, you know, just in general events, you know, I might only run like a 245 or something in a street compound. So, but it gives us room for error to fit those tyres up to it and run with them and set that car up like that. So I'll get them cleaned up now, and we do have a tyre changer. I do change all of our own tyres, 15, 16, 17 tyres, things like that. But it doesn't have like the helper arm that holds the tyre down and prevents the wheels from getting scratched or anything like that, so I don't want to risk it on these ones. So I'm going to take them down to friend shop, Skilly's. Nikes on my feet, keep my cipher complete. Nikes on my feet, keep my cipher complete.
the throwbacks. Look, my money good, but these hoes bad, so they stay attached.
So I'm a bit bummed because the tyre shop that we're going to get, or the mechanical shop we're going to get the tyres fitted up at is shut today, being a weekend, which I didn't really take into consideration. So for now, I'm just going to clean up down the back here in our little fab corner, and I'll throw the turbo manifolds onto the bench and give you a bit of a look at them, what we're going to be running with them, and then I've got to weld them all together.
Oh no, I ain't with the talking. I know you only talk the loudest. Really ain't about shit.
All I got left in me is visions of my enemies. You got sentimental energy, my penitentiary tendencies gon' probably be the enemy. I see a lot of mini-me's bugging like they centipedes, thinking that they kidding me. White trash, redneck, hillbilly, cracker ass, rapping ass rapper that'll beat your favorite rapper's ass. And these are just the facts, ain't no rap cap. I done made a bag off of Snapchat. Tell me where your cash at, bag back, do that diesel truck like a scat pack. I might crash that, I ain't worried, I got ass flag. The cop car was matte black, or rock star like Jack Black. Look, I don't backtrack, rack the Mac back and blast that.
Oh no, I ain't with the talking. Lord knows I put you in the coffin. I know you only talk the loudest. I know you really ain't about shit. Oh no, I ain't with the talking. Lord.
The first manifold is welded up and cooled down now. We do have preheat the absolute shit out of these before and after we weld them, so they do get a long preheat. We weld them at temperature and then very slowly cool them. It's the material that these headers are made out of. So these are like a VE style header, and we do like a manifold kit from that. And it's not like an old tractor where it's a cast iron. I suppose the breakdown of it is closer to a steel, if anything. So they're weldable. They're definitely weldable, but you've got to use the right filler rod and the right method of doing it. Thankfully, we know how to do that. That's the manifold. We still need to machine the flanges and do a bit of die grinding and all that sort of stuff. And then we also need to weld the other two, which I'll do now. But as you can sort of see, the idea of it, passenger side, driver's side, and then a crossover section. This, once it's welded and taken out of the jig, it'll have the like a flex joint in the middle. That just allows for that expansion and contraction of the manifold. Being a thick wall pipe, there's not as much give as like a thin wall header or anything like that. So put a little expansion joint in there. That's that. And then once it's in position in the car, we'll then notch for wastegate position. We won't do that until it is in the car, so we know what we're doing and where we want that to be. This is Gary. No, this is the turbo we're going to run. It's a Borg-Warner S366. It's a small turbo. It's still got to be. It came off another running car, so we're going to modify it to suit the Ute. But it's a relatively small turbo for what it is, but it's definitely going to make the numbers that we want, which is not huge numbers. It's just responsive, good torque, and really drivable. So that's what we're going to go with. We do have a new rear housing coming. Andrew organised that to be sent to us. This is a 0.91 rear housing. We're going for a 1.00 housing. So it's slightly larger rear housing, just allow it to breathe and hopefully prevent too much back pressure in the manifolds. So we're just waiting on that to come. We'll get these manifolds welded up, and then it's pretty much ready so that when we do done with the driveline into the Ute, we can choose our wastegate position, get that welded up, and then we can start doing core piping and things like that. So for now, I'm just going to finish welding out these other manifolds, and then just sit them aside till the car's ready to go. finally got the tyres mounted. We ended up changing our minds. Skelly had a set of brand new 265s sitting there that he wasn't really doing anything with, just sitting on the shelf. So I just said we'll throw them on. They're a 265/35, just like a cheapie, tyre. So we're pretty happy we've got them all fitted up and they look killer. And that's about it for this video. In the next video, we've got some pretty cool things coming up on the car, which you've just seen that the car's sitting on the hoist there. So I've got some cool things coming up, so you won't want to miss that video. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.